Recording. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lucifer's Travels 2. This may or may not turn into a campaign. This is your warning now. I am your DM and your host for today, Heartless. Can my players please introduce themselves?
We usually do in the top to bottom, or are we mixing it up?
Do it top to bottom for me.
Okay, then it's me, Toonkind's local bootleg save-lie, AudioVizual! Have you guys missed me? I'm back at it again as Phlox. I'm sure nothing is going to go wrong at any point, and everything is going to be perfectly fine. I'm not going to do any sort of description. I have decided this.
Nice. I am Altaria, your local bootleg Altaria, and I'm here playing Ducky Claw, and yeah, having a time. Let's go.
Hello, I am the jazziest AAA battery this side of the railroad tracks, or just jazz for short. I am playing Sforzando, who is a real kind bard who's very new to tunes as a whole, and I'm sure he's going to have a fun time. Yeah, he had fun last time. This can't be worse, right? Right?
I think it's my turn now, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Your
Hi.
turn.
Hi, sorry. Well, hi, I'm Sorte. I do not have any kind of funny introduction just yet. Just give it time. And I'm gonna be playing Carmiña Escornabois. Oh, sorry. Yes, Carmiña Escornabois. I didn't mess up the name. And she is as confused as I am right now, so I hope that a lot of shenanigans come out of that.
Oh, absolutely lovely. So, why don't I start you guys off with a little setting as to how much time has passed since the last Lucifer's Travels 2. It's only been a month, but as everyone who's spent a lot of time in Einquell knows, the seasons kind of do whatever the hell they feel like. So it's getting warmer. And as you come into Ghibli, Jack, or Sforzando, I'm gonna have a time trying to say his last name right. I might just say his first name.
If you'd like to just call him Jack, that's fine.
Yeah. Jack, you've come here because your nephew, feeling sorry about your first foray into Einquell shenaniganery, has given you something that seems like it's not going to be as chaotic.
Yep.
So you have definitely arrived here by teleportation circle because it's a this call to action is a little urgent, considering that the person in the flyer would really in the writing seems pretty panicked. Along with the flyer, you got an address, which, upon coming out of the teleportation circle station, you notice that it's thankfully right on the road that you've stepped out onto, Haku Street. Although the fact that the street is packed at this point in the day is not very helpful. For the rest of you, you walked into town, Carmiña, because, well, why not go to Chihiro to get something for the farm? And Ducky and Phlox because it's a city and we've been fucking around in the area.
We've been at the beach! We've had our beach episode!
Yeah.
But as you guys walk into the city outskirts, a flyer carried by the wind smacks you in the face.
We rolled for this. It was Ducky. Ducky's the one who gets smacked in the face.
Yup.
And upon noticing it, you decide to take up the offer because, you know, why not? And also because it does mention an offering of reward, but you'd have to go to the office on Haku Street to figure out the details. Let's see. So, I'm not gonna make you guys roll survival. Even if there's, like, a whole lot of people and it's very crowded.
Thank you.
Haku Street
Yeah.
is very easy to navigate, considering it's basically Chihiro's main street. So it's very easy to get to, and it's very easy to navigate, despite the crowds. Let's see. Now my description. So you guys come upon this line of buildings, two very tall buildings sandwiching what seems to be a short fence encircling a small rock garden, including a pool, and a bamboo chute that's making soothing, measured noise as the water feature continuously pours into it until it tips over. The short building is in the traditional Ghibli style, with sliding paper doors and an overhanging awning. As you walk through the gate and step out from the crowds, it's like the sound of the crowds has disappeared. And all you can hear is the soothing sound of the bamboo. You walk up to the door, and inside, you'll see a long desk with a tiger toon busily filing her claws. She has a pretty, blue bow tied around her neck and a very nice suit. She does not seem at all interested in anything going on, as she just flicks her eyes to you as you walk in. Sitting in the seats, against the wall, is a toon in a long blue gradient cloak and a dark shadow in his hood, his eyes and mouth glowing examples of concentration. He seems to be reading over the very flyer that flew to you in various ways, and he's accompanied by a large teddy bear toon and a short ragdoll toon, who both just seem to be sitting on either side of him. Let me get you the picture so you guys all know what they look like for certain. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you doing?
I think Carmiña will look around.
Mm-hmm.
And since she's quite uncomfortable with people, but also she will look for restaurants that this is not a scam, that there is other people also with the same flyer. And my approach to ask, hey, are you here for the job?
Are you approaching the toon sitting in the seats?
I am approaching definitely the closest toon I have.
Ah, okay. So, someone who walked in with you.
Aye.
So that would either be a tall, real kind man, Jack, or two very short toons.
I'm gonna. Yeah, I think I'm gonna approach Sforzando. Jack, I mean Jack.
He just gives mostly just a gruff yes. I'm here for the job as well.
Good.
He's a man of
She's
few
gonna
words.
she's gonna look at you and use awkward pause.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
No, she's just gonna stare at you, see if you say anything else. Really awkward situation, but for both of us.
He doesn't really react at all. He's just mostly got a blank face.
So as you guys have this conversation, the tiger sitting behind the desk goes, if you're here, go and sit down. She'll be ready in a moment.
Oh my god. Carmiña calls at her, but she definitely goes sit down.
Where do you go to sit down? There are plenty of seats.
Next
including
to. Sorry.
There are plenty of seats, including one next to the large teddy bear tune.
That seems like some source of comfort, so she's just gonna sit to a polite distance of them.
Mm-hmm.
Sforzando does move off to the side, but he's still standing. He doesn't take a seat.
Mm-hmm. So Phlox and Ducky, what are you doing?
I guess they walk in after those two do. I don't know if I mean they walk in and they can recognize at least two of those people. And the other one has traits that are very similar to someone else they know.
Yeah.
Ducky will, upon seeing the group sitting in the chairs, go, Lucy! And start walking over.
The tune with the shadow over his face jolts and looks up, and goes, my luck today. Hi!
Hey! I have something for you. And Ducky will reach into their hammer space.
Roll hammer space.
Yeah, what roll is that again?
D10.
D10.
Okay. I have a cat over my papers right now. That's a 6.
Mm-hmm. You get it.
Okay, so Ducky will pull out one of the paired standy speakies and put it in Lucifer's hand.
His eyes wink out on and off rapidly as he just looks at it, looks up at you, looks at it.
Brave.
Don't lose it. And
okay, I won't.
stay in contact this time.
Alright.
Yeah? Okay.
He's gonna reach up and, reach past his face into the shadow. And there's kind of a shuffling noise, and his hand comes back out empty.
Fantastic.
Phlox was definitely laughing at that. I was laughing and Phlox was laughing at that.
Yep.
It was somehow one of the most benign but also threatening exchanges.
So I assume this is just purely coincidence.
We had our beach episode, so I think so.
He just kind of stares at you blankly for a moment. And then,
I'm sorry, do you know each other?
a little bit.
Yeah.
There was a whole thing with some pirates and this whole big.
Please. I don't want to relive that.
It's nice to meet you, though. And Phlox is gonna look up because they're only like 5'8". At best, I think.
I thought they were
they're short.
No, they're shorter than Lucifer.
No.
Lucifer is 4'11".
Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's 4'8". I'm a dumbass. Yeah, they're very small. They're very small. And they look up at Sforzando. And they're like, "It's nice to meet you, though."
Likewise.
I'm Lucifer Oswaldstein. And he points to the teddy bear and says, "That's Teddy." And he points to the ragdoll, "That's Lily." They don't speak much. Teddy just grunts.
Sforzando tips his hat a bit. Jack Peter Sforzando.
Nice.
Or just Jack, if the last name is a bit complicated.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Sforzando. I don't know why my... Well, my brain is doing some accent drift.
Sometimes it happens.
Yep.
One question: how long is this taking?
Are you asking that of the tiger?
Yes. Like how long have we been waiting?
Only a couple of minutes. And the tiger kind of just looks up and then seems to do some mental calculations in her head. The one before. Alright. Miss Vale, they're all here. You want me to escort them in? And you guys hear from further in, no, just, point them the way, please. And the tiger just goes, well, so you take that hallway and go almost all the way back. It's the, second door on your left.
I look it towards there.
Excuse me, what did you say, Sorte?
I just kind of look like a little bit angry towards the tiger, and I just book toward. I just go to wherever she pointed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm a little bit impatient.
Sforzando is following after as well, as soon as the directions are done.
If he's allowed, Lucifer and his compadres are going to follow behind in the back.
Yeah. Phlox will follow behind Carmiña and Sforzando. They got their usual rictus grin on their face.
Ducky will bring up the caboose of the party.
Okay. Lucifer's just gonna kind of hang back and lean over to Ducky and go, so it's you guys really aren't mad at me?
No. As far as I know, unless I missed a memo. Little myth that you ran off without leaving some way of staying in contact, but that's what the standy speakie's for, of course.
I I don't have a lot of money.
Same at this point. The Chick a Beach episode.
Alright, so with Carmiña in the lead, you guys all file into Carrie's office. Teddy and Lily actually stay outside of the office, with Luciver coming in a little bit before Ducky does. And as you file in, you notice that so the walls are painted a nice, cool, calming blue color. And it's very messy. There are piles of papers on the floor next to a filing cabinet, which seems full to bursting. There's a bookshelf, which is holding anything but books. Her desk is just absolutely disorganized to all hell, and standing pretty much in the middle of it is a clown with pink, vibrant, like, candy cotton hair, wearing a striped dress, very pastel colors, and she doesn't look very happy, and she's staring at you, going, hi, thanks, thank you for coming. I'm sure you want to know. So my coworker, Rosalind Juby Lee, has been missing, and I don't know how long, but when I went to go see her at her apartment yesterday, she wasn't there, and she usually answers, and she's not answering any of my my messages. And Rosalind's always the one who does all of the good festival planning. I just handle other things, like talking with people in town to get, like catering and entertainment, and it's 2 weeks until the next festival, and I can't do this by myself. There's always already been one person here who left, but I'm sure they need more than just them to find Rosalind. And I promised her that I'd give her 10 gold and a free ticket to the bathhouse that's in town. And I can promise the same thing for each of you. Is that all right?
Carmiña is all for the money, but she's gonna ask, God, I'm so sorry about your situation, but that sounds really bad, but did you say she's missing? Shouldn't you get the police?
They're, unfortunately, when I went to them yesterday about it, they said they couldn't act without waiting for a week, and that otherwise they were so busy chasing this, I don't know, I think the 13th order or something like that.
Typical. Peck the police. All right, good for me. Listen, money, oh God, you are really in a tough situation. Yeah, sure. I can give you a hand.
Thank you. And she turns to the rest of you.
Like Phlox started trying to straighten up papers when they walked in. Just like kind of ducking around, just like at least straightening the giant piles, like partly out of like boredom as they were listening.
Roll me a dex save.
Dex save. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
22. I think they're okay.
Yeah, so as you straighten one pile, you didn't notice that there was a lot larger one behind it that seemed to actually be leaning on it, and it falls forward towards you, and you, with your quick reflexes, of course, get out of the way. And, poor Miss Valet kind of just jumps and looks over towards it.
You know what? That's my bad.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We are professionals though, and I'm sure we'll be able to find Rosalind before the festival.
Thank you.
I feel the need to point out that I am not a professional at all.
That's okay, because
All right.
many hands make good work. Or quick work.
Well, I sure I have two of those. I think, sometimes.
You will do fine.
I can, so... She's just kind of stuttering and looking up at the tallest member of this party. Is the reward agreeable to you too, sir?
He just gives like a nod.
Okay, thank you. And the last person, no, the second to last, because Ducky didn't say anything.
Oh, Ducky was shaking their head at Phlox and that nonsense, but agreeing generally with the group, yeah.
Okay. And then she looks, lastly to Luciver, who goes, do you know about, yes, I'm on board to help, but do you know about, what, she was doing the last time you saw her? And Carrie said, well, the last time, yeah, she was putting together the plans, for this upcoming festival in her office. I can give you access to her office, and give you directions to her apartment if you need those.
Yes, please. That would help tremendously.
Mm-hmm. Carrie turns around, and I'm actually gonna roll an investigation check for her.
Oh my gosh.
As she digs through her, oh wow, that's nice, that's only a 0. Straight D20 roll! That's fine.
Oh dear.
So, you watch her turn around and just kind of, like, throw papers off her desk willy-nilly.
Okay, Phlox didn't do that bad then.
Was.
and she picks up, and she goes, there it is. She picks up this notebook and flips a couple of times to a clean page and scribbles something down before tearing it off and then looking around at all of you, wondering who to give it to.
Phlox is gonna take it if no one else is gonna.
Carmiña is not taking it.
Okay, so she hands it to Phlox. And it's and it's the address to Rosalind's apartment building, and the exact apartment number for Rosalind. And yes.
Don't worry about it. I was just gonna make the comment of, I'm sure this isn't going to be very important, and join Phlox's hoard of stuff.
Alright. So now she's gonna be like, okay, so her office, and she starts patting down, and then she reaches into her pocket. I need to roll hammer space for her. That cute little pocket on her dress front. One.
Oh no.
Let's see. Hammer space focus.
Tomorrow when I'm home, you can start. I want to be here when it starts. Make sure there's no leaks.
Hammer space fumble time.
Congratulations, Sforzando. You're witnessing your first fumble, I think.
Oh.
So
His first fumble.
Carrie pulls out a bar of soap, and she's like, specifically the bar of soap is like molded into a cute little cat.
Aww.
That's adorable.
Sforzando's confused. He doesn't say anything, but you can see it on his face. He's just, what?
And then she goes, oh no. She puts it back in. Roll again. That's a 5, so she gets it. She pulls out a ring of keys that jangle, and she says, okay, I'll open her office. And Carrie kind of just very meekly walks around all of you. Oh my gosh. There is a dog apparently next door barking.
Dog wants to play too.
Hold on a minute.
Dog break.
Dog break.
Break.
Dog break. Sometimes your dogs just do the break. They make the bork. Sometimes your dog breaks. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm just gonna assume the dog is in the game. And never mind. I was just thinking, if there is a dog in the game, Carmiña is gonna look for it to pet it.
Hell yeah.
She's a druid.
Oh, hell yeah.
Don't give her an animal.
Druid's rule.
Alright. The dog next door, as Carrie just kind of freezes and stares out at the wall, has stopped barking now, so she can continue to move.
Can I have Carmiña looking for a dog?
And she
Roll.
and she moves to the end of the hall and unlocks the door and kind of just holds it open for you guys all to go in. Who goes in first?
I just kind of pat her in the shoulder like a little bit awkwardly, and we'll do our best. And I just walk out.
So, Mala, I'm gonna ask you to roll insight for me.
Oh boy, my first roll ever.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I have frozen. My brain has frozen, and I don't remember how to do this.
Okay.
Sorry.
An exclamation point, and
Yeah.
then type a D, and
Yeah.
then 20, and then
No.
I'm slowly walking you through this, so it's a lot easier to remember.
You are amazing. Thank you very much.
Plus sign.
Fuck.
Oh, that's okay. So that's 15 plus what's your modifier for insight?
Right. I should know this. I should have these things already.
It's okay.
Right down. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I can look for you and help you.
It's a thank you very much. It's a plus 4. It's a plus 4.
Okay. So that's a 19. And so Carmiña, as you kind of just nudge at Carrie and say this, her eyes are, 'cause this is a Tezu Canadan. Her eyes are like bubbling with tears, but haven't like overfilled yet, and she's very, very grateful for that, and you get the feeling that this is something a little deeper than just her coworker or her boss being missing. That Carrie's concerned for Rosalind.
Okay, so with this information, if you allow me, obviously, before I go out the door, Carmiña is gonna try to lower her voice so nobody else hears, and is like, is there anything else we should know?
Carrie's gonna kind of a little panicked look at the rest of the group, and she's gonna lean over, because she's just a little bit taller than you are. She's gonna...
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising, huh?
Yeah.
She's gonna lean over a little and go, Rosalind's very special to me. So that's it. Don't. She just kind of shakes her head and goes, her office is through here.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. I didn't catch that at all.
She said to you, quietly, that Rosalind is very special to her.
Okay, I just nod, pat her, and say, "We are on it."
Thank you.
And I leave.
Alright, so as you walk into Rosalind's office, you notice the difference between Carrie and Rosalind's office is that Rosalind's office is very nice and neat and tidy. You see that even though there is a stack of paperwork on Rosalind's desk, it's all very organized into, like, there are these buckets. There's it's not a bucket, it's a kind of like sectiony, black sectiony thingy that I can't remember what it's called. Let's call it a tub. There's a tub that has a label on it said completed, and there's one that says unfinished. The pile's in the unfinished, but it's also very neatly stacked. All the filing cabinets in here, which there are many, are all neatly away and closed. On the desk, there's a picture of Rosalind, or you assume to be Rosalind, posing for the camera with Carrie, the latter of the two smiling earnestly while the former has a nice, relaxed expression on her face. Let me show you the picture that I drew for this. Where is it? Here it is. It looks like this.
Oh,
Sitting at
this is the cutest.
Thank you, I worked very hard on that picture. Sitting at the other corner of the desk is a small tree with little blue crystals growing from the ends of its branches. There's a single bookshelf with a few books on it. Let's see. And, yeah, there's the desk. So, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, I'd assume the first step is just investigation rolls, considering.
Mm-hmm.
Ducky will wander over and shuffle through some of the papers in the unfinished tray. Not like well, I guess it is snooping. I was gonna say more to figure out what exactly they were working on last.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. So I'm gonna come up with something because I forget when I held Lucifer's Travels 2, so I forget what time of the year it was. So let's just say, in the unfinished bin, there's stuff, just, for example, agreements for which caterer to use for the upcoming festival, which is the Sakura Petal Festival, specifically. There's a detailed letter from the bathhouse asking for a signature from Rosalind for an agreement usage of the park area, which some of you guys saw on your way in, that sits in front of the large red and gold bathhouse up on the hill. There's just various other things in the. You can see while you're standing over there in the finished pile. There's an agreement for a winter solstice festival that is very fancily signed at the bottom. Rosalind Jubilee, signed like this, or spelled like this.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I guess Phlox is just gonna be nosy. Unlike Ducky, Phlox is just nosy. So they're probably gonna be like, sort of not like, they're gonna be looking at everything and like sort of through everything, like without going too crazy, but like also they're sticking their fingers in just about everything. So
roll an investigation and tell me where exactly you're starting first.
Probably the desk, just in the desk, on the desk, all around the desk.
Let's see. That's a good investigation. So you start opening the desk drawers and you find some papers, clearly unfinished plans for the next festival, the Sakura Petal Festival. It's very unfinished. Barely even anything is filled out on this outline that's been fancily written down. As you're looking through the desk, you actually find a false bottom in one of the drawers. And as you pull it free, underneath the false bottom is a note and a golden ticket to the famous Chihiro bathhouse.
Phlox is gonna read the heck out of that note.
Let me copy it for you before I read it.
Mm-hmm.
While I'm doing this copying, Jazz, is Jack doing anything?
Well, I was gonna ask if what the label, if there were any labels on any of the surrounding filing cabinets, but Phlox appears to have that covered and rushed for that. So he's probably gonna wait and see what Phlox and Ducky have found first, because this isn't. Even though this isn't an investigative job, this isn't really his thing, and also it feels weird snooping to him. So,
does he perchance? There are labels, but on the filing cabinets, but it seems to be for like corresponding gears of things. And if you do open one of the cabinets, you see it goes from A to Z. Very organized. Does he, just as a curious question before I read the note, does he check out the bookshelf at all?
he probably would, actually.
Alright, so
Yeah.
I'll give you the titles that are sitting there. There are titles such as Fairy Tales and Legends of Furuma, The Shepherd and the Rose Beast by Festavi, and Study of the Uncanny by Incognito. And now I will read the note. The note says, Dear Carrie, I'm sorry if this is all a little sudden for you. I know you've always had problems taking your own direction, but I need to find out what happened to the author. His work, Study of the Uncanny, is unfinished. The Uncanny Valley has a branch that comes up into the Ghibelline Empire. I know it does. He must have been working on his next book near here and got caught up in something dangerous. Don't wait for me. Rosalind.
Does Phlox read that aloud, or are they just snooping to themselves?
Phlox probably reads it like once or twice to themselves, and then just sort of starts like reading it out loud, not super loud, but like probably loud enough everyone can hear at least most of it.
Mm-hmm.
The point was, if he read it aloud, Sforzando would like mention like this book, like the one on the shelf. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they definitely probably said enough for him to put that much together.
Yeah, so he literally just goes, "You mean this book?" and tries to pull it off the shelf.
Mm-hmm. He easily pulls it off the shelf. It's not even really that heavy. And if you take a glance through it, this book appears to be detailing out an adventurer's attempt to map out the weird tunnel system that goes throughout Einquell. There are tales of weird phenomenon, such as whole towns appearing in the tunnels, snowy forests, and coming up in wildly different places than where he entered. This one specifically details the valley underneath Giznep. And at the end of the book, it mentions a, let's see, book 2 called Study of the Uncali Eclipsed Towns.
He'd probably try to hand the book off to someone else in the party, because again, this is not. He definitely doesn't understand any of this at all.
Luciver, who has been quiet for this entire time, and Carrie, who actually did leave you guys alone to walk back into her office, probably to compose herself. Anyways, Luciver. Sorry, it's hard to keep track of people.
It's fine.
Lucifer steps up and accepts the book and flips through it and goes, "The Uncanny Valley. That's weird."
What's weird?
Well, the Uncanny Valley. It's the
Oh yeah, it's supposed to be weird.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
I regret to inform you, it is exactly what it says on the tin.
What's weird about the Uncanny Valley in particular?
Well, yeah, I just rolled a history for him. It's 12.
F.
One time I went down into the tunnels and in Vilstein. And when I went down there, it was... I really wasn't expecting a tropical forest.
Huh.
You know, sometimes some places just be like that, you know?
Alright, good news. You found everything here.
Phlox is definitely taking the ticket and the note, by the way. And they're gonna put the false bottom back in the desk, and they're gonna shut the drawer. And I guess they're gonna look at the others and be like, so we have an idea of where Rosalind went. We should definitely, probably, almost certainly tell Carrie, just in case we end up getting disappeared, because that would be really inconvenient.
Certainly.
Wait, it doesn't say where, though.
Is there anything in the room that we can have a look at?
So you've looked at the desks.
Yep.
You've looked at the bookshelves with the titles. If you do look at the other ones I mentioned, the fairy tales, they're both fairy tales. The filing cabinets are all festival plans, important business stuff, going from this year back about 15 years.
Did you mention anything about blue crystals?
Oh yes, there's a small tree on Rosalind's desk that has blue crystals growing off of its branches.
Carmiña is a druid and a farmer, and her dad is a bird. Can she take one? It's just planty and shiny.
So roll me a sleight of hand.
Like, she has been doing nothing, probably because she has been staring at it all the time.
It's always rock.
She's trying to be serious here because there is a real kind present. She's trying to be polite and composed, but there is a shiny tree thing. Please, can she try to take a tiny crystal?
Yep.
Sleight of
So
hand, sleight of hand, sleight
roll
of
me
hand.
a sleight of hand to do so, which is like rolling insight.
I,
Yes.
I got this. I got this. I am on a roll with the rolling, and I have to add the plus,
Mhm.
which is somewhere here in my keyboard. Help me! I don't have a place in my keyboard.
So if you have a QWERTY keyboard, it should be at your top right.
What the fuck? Oh, I found it. Oh no, that's not a plus. God damn fucking. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry,
You can
kids.
also you can also
Okay, sleight
copy
of hand.
paste.
I got. Yeah, no.
There we go.
Hey!
I am an expert. I am
Oh,
an
yeah.
expert at D&D.
S.
All fear me.
So I don't think anyone saw you do that.
With a 21, I don't think so.
She's
No.
she's straightened her scarf. She's just looking around and saying, "Yeah, we probably should tell her about this or find this. The fastest we find her, the fastest we can help her. She's really uncomfortable right now."
Make sure you write a note that
In
she has
fact-
a small blue crystal in her hammer space.
Also, just a tiny thing. If you look at her, you will realize that she suddenly has horns. And it's perfectly normal. Thank you very much.
Sometimes your designs just go through sudden changes. It be like that.
Listen, it's perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal for toons of certain age to have continuity errors. Okay, do not point it out. It's rude.
Lucifer is just gonna be very blankly staring and going, okay.
She's gonna stare back.
How's sports doing?
You know when you have one of those days where you're like, this might as well happen?
Yes!
For the most part, he is very much distancing himself from any toon shenanigans. He's not interested, he does not want anything to do with it. You do you, he's not going to deal with it.
I can respect. She can respect that.
Alright, so
Not today.
who wants to go approach Carrie and let her know what you guys found in Rosalind's office?
Oh god.
Phlox.
Since I had that go. Oh my god, no!
You want to tag
Phlox
team it?
will- Yeah, we can do tag team.
Can I try? Can I try to stop?
Say things.
Oh, you're trying to stop Phlox. Mal.
I'm trying to be faster than them.
Okay.
Just Phlox is walking
im-
and Carmina's walking faster.
You can hear. Phlox can hear the click clack of really someone with chicken legs trying to be faster than them. Like.
And it kind of echoes too, because the ground here is like that nice, like, well, it sounds different because I forgot it's tatami mat, so it's like click kind of creaky noise you get when you're walking tatami. All right, so I think I'd have to have you guys roll initiative to see who's faster.
That's also the 20 plus whatever, right?
Dex.
Yep, would be +2 for you, Carmiña. On the combat page, it's at the top right.
Yeah, it's the 2 is glaring at me. I have it highlighted. I took notes
Good.
for this test.
With a nat 1, that gets you a 5 and an 8.
Right, no.
Watch freaking fall.
What happens is that, Phlox, you start moving. Carmiña, you notice it immediately blaze past Phlox, causing Phlox to spin around and fall down.
Phlox is just sitting here.
Ducky will walk over, shaking their head, and help Phlox up.
Carmiña's just gonna take her chance, cause like, listen, she just feels really bad about this person, and it's like, oh shit. I don't know if Carmiña is the person to actually have the tact for this, but she just goes to tell her.
Okay, so you walk into Carrie's office, and Carrie just turns around, and she has like a little, very colorful handkerchief, in which she carefully tucks into her little pocket.
Just a question, with the urgency that Carmiña is giving to this because she doesn't want anybody to fuck this up, how do I open the door?
So you could say, hello, we found something in her office, and then say,
I was worrying that she will slap it like open really fast. I just need to tell you something.
You found something?
Epic. Listen, yeah, there is a note. I don't know if you have been there, if you haven't seen it. And she freezes and realizes I actually don't have the ability to do this. She's gonna look back to see if someone else has followed her for help. Again, she's a druid. She has a farm. She's away from everybody. She might be a bleeding heart, but she has no fucking idea how to interact with people. Just imagine her looking at this poor crying clown, looking back, looking again, looking back, putting an arm on her shoulder, like, we might think that it has to do with the uncanny valley thingy. Do you know anything about it?
So as you say uncanny valley, Carrie's eyes go wide in the very anime expression of shock. And from somewhere you hear a musical sting. Like an Animal Crossing
noise.
Oh my god.
I can see Carmiña going like peck tap.
Carmiña picked the wrong dialogue option.
She's always been obsessed with the uncanny valley because she grew up not far from an entrance into it. Well, what did the note say? Who was it for?
Well, do I have to read the note again?
Yeah.
Okay, Carmiña. Okay,
Someone
I know
else,
what Carmiña
please help Carmiña.
No, I know what Carmiña is gonna do now. This is perfect for her actually. Like she's gonna go from carrying, worried, awkward as hell. She's gonna turn around and yell, "Who the fuck has the note?"
Phlox just stumbles in with like Pokeballs swirling around their head a little.
Oh yeah, of course it had to be you, sorry. That was in character, by the way. She actually says, oh, stars, it had to be you. Sorry about earlier.
Phlox just like waves Carmiña off and like flaps the note and the ticket that they have in their hand, and they're like, "Well, it's for you, Carrie. It was tucked away, and I don't know why, but and Phlox is gonna like walk over and hand both the ticket, the note to Carrie.
Mm-hmm. She takes it and really quickly reads over it and goes, "Oh no."
Oh, baby.
Yeah. Something strange in your neighborhood. Who are you gonna call?
These people, I guess. Did Jack follow everyone into the hall again?
Yeah, but I don't think I think he's standing outside of the room with Carrie though. He's not.
Mm-hmm.
He's just outside.
So Jack, you will notice that the two stuffed tunes are still standing out there. Just kind of standing there. They haven't moved an inch from their positions. And Luciver just kind of peeks out of the door behind him and goes, "You're not from around here, are you?" Towards Jack.
No.
That's kind of a relief because I'm not either.
He literally just grunts in response. He's not one for conversation usually.
Mm-hmm. And now we're gonna go back in Carrie's office.
Whatever the hell is happening in here.
Yep. So, how are you reacting to her? Oh no.
I mean, Phlox kind of. It's the uncanny valley, and if someone's obsessed with something like that, and then they go missing, it's kind of easy to like not do that. I have connected the dots.
Mm-hmm. Ducky?
Ducky is like still in the hallway, glancing through the door at the lovely conversation happening inside. Just kind of like, wow, okay. And then we'll kind of step in, I guess, just a little bit and be like, not to interrupt or anything, but I have a question for you.
For me?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Is it just the two of you and your receptionist here, arranging everything, or do you have like an assistant or something?
It's it's just us and Tigress out there.
Wow. Okay. Must be pretty busy then with everything, getting everything arranged and whatnot.
It is, Rosalind is very, very good at it.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha. And Rosalind didn't warn you, or well, I guess not. Didn't mention anything about maybe traveling afterwards when everything was done.
I assume this note was, supposed to be that.
Gotcha.
Um.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Phlox was just gonna ask, Carrie, what Carrie knew about, like, the book that, Lynn had mentioned.
The study of the uncanny, has Rosalind's favorite book series. She, for a while, between working on each festival, she's been looking into where Mr. Nito has gone. There's probably a lot more of her work at her apartment.
But she has been looking where the author has been gone for a long time now.
Mm-hmm. I think he's.
Why to live to right? Then why the author could well be, why to live now? Why to live you now? Right at this time, couldn't be later?
It seems like that maybe she had found a lead, but usually she would tell me where she was going so that I could hire some help.
Well, if she was planning on leaving after the festival and she left before the festival, then something probably happened, and you're right. We probably should check her apartment, at least to see if she has any maps or anything. And then that'll help us narrow down where we would want to start looking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you, again. And she's gonna fold up the note and take the golden ticket and kind of just put it into her hammer space, which is the cute little pocket on her dress.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, do you have any more questions for her?
I think Carmiña will say, like, I think Carmiña will turn to her and say, again, like, low, so nobody else hears, like, hey, there is a lovely image of your two in her office. You might want to hold on to that for a bit while we do this job, okay? She's, again, extremely uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. She kind of nods, and I'm not gonna roll for this. Everyone sees that, you know the anime blush? It appears on Carrie's cheeks, and she goes, yeah, thank you.
I will die for her.
So,
all right.
Headed out?
Phlox is ready to go if everyone else is.
Carmiña is ready to follow whomever has an idea, because she's a farmer. Detective work is not her thing. She just thought it was gonna be easy to help, not this mess.
Jack?
He was outside waiting for everyone else, so
Mm-hmm. And
y'all are
Ducky.
leaving them.
Ducky is ready when everyone else is, but as usual, we'll take up the last one out.
Okay. So, as you guys all head outside, Phlox, roll me survival because you're the one who has the apartment building. You have the address.
I look at their modifier and I laugh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh boy.
So, this is a city. There are a lot of people around. You're very short. So with Phlox in the lead, you guys run circles and keep ending up, whether be pushed by the crowds or not, in different places. Sometimes exactly where you started. Sometimes in front of this wide, squat building that proclaims to be the Surveyor's Company. Sometimes in front of the bathhouse. Because we started... I'm gonna say we started in the morning, for my own sanity. It gets to be, like, late afternoon before you manage to actually find your way to this apartment building. And Soto, would you like to unmute and introduce yourself and your character?
Oh boy.
Hello! I'm Sotoro.
Ayo.
Hey, and I'm gonna be playing this lovely, lovely little person. I'm gonna be playing Katrina Evewing Luzal, who is a real kind SMR, who has been in the apartment this whole entire time. Y'all haven't taken so gosh dang long. Gosh.
So I do think that she probably has gone other places first, asking around about Rosalind, gathering information.
Yeah.
What she has gathered for this long time when the party was just completely lost is that Rosalind's very respected by most of the community because of how much she does for it. The festivals are very, very important here in Chihiro. And she, a lot of the time, works with the bathhouse very closely, which is the whole reason Chihiro even exists in the first place. She's also gathered that information about, like, the surrounding wilderness can be found out at the Surveyor's Company. She knows that the compass word is ice sculptures are nice.
Nice. Okay.
Nice as in the stone. Here, let me show you how it's spelled because I'm very, very proud of it.
Okay.
Oh boy, pun time.
Oh my gosh.
God.
Oh my gosh.
Rock jokes.
And that Rosalind also would be often seen going to the Surveyor's Company, and she's basically a member there. So after doing all of that research, you've now found yourself in front of this apartment building, and up walks a whole group of people.
Great.
Who look a little tired. How are you guys guys feeling?
Perhaps we should have let someone else lead.
Carmiña is trying to be polite, but she's fucking fuming. She hates crowds. She hates people. She's stuck with more people, but she doesn't want to be rude. So she's just
glaring at Phlox.
she's just strongly staring at the culprit of everything.
Would you say that she?
We should have asked for directions.
Yeah. No directions here, only walking in circles.
Look, I am approximately 2 inches taller than Ducky. It's a very busy place, and if all of you are taller, maybe you should have helped.
Well, if you have asked for help, you could have gotten into my horns, maybe.
Lucifer's just kind of
had the note.
He's tired.
There is a thing called piggyback, people. It adds centimeters.
Maybe next time. We can stack.
We get a large coat, maybe we can be tall for one.
Oh my gosh.
Trench coat. 3 tools in a trench coat.
Yeah.
That's actually an item in Glorp's shop.
Yep.
Anyways, Katrina, you watch this arguing group walk up.
Yep. Katrina is heading the same way too. It's just like, we're walking the same way. They're arguing. Oh boy.
And Lucifer looks up and pipes up and go, hello, hello there. Are you? Are you helping the poor Miss Clown too?
I see you lot are you're the only ones working here, huh? In all this. He just looks at everybody. It's just like, Has
Hey,
thoughts.
ask her the same question.
Phlox, next time, how about you hand over the apartment address sooner?
No one asked. I figured no one had a problem with taking a tour of the city, I guess.
I mean, I would have figured Sforzando would absolutely have tried to ask for the address from Phlox at some point.
I think that's actually the reason why they're here now.
Oh my god! He has a good survival modifier too, so like, if you want.
Look, Phlox would have handed it over if someone had asked, but no one asked and no one brought up wanting to take the note, so look, Phlox is good at many things, but survival is one of the few proficiencies they aren't good at, okay?
At one point, Sforzando just took the note out of Phlox's hands and navigated everyone.
We got the scenic route. We got to figure out the lay of the land.
Did you even
We had a job to do.
asked around about things about this little particular mission?
I think
Not yet.
Curious.
I think we were too busy trying to find our way.
There is just a disappointed look.
Okay, so who wants to go into the apartment building?
Phlox does.
Katrina's going. First impression, these are incompetent people. Unfortunately.
I mean, you got a farmer looking for a missing person.
I mean, to be honest, poor Carmiña's not used to crowds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's having a horrible time. She's torn between I want to care and between oh shit, people, oh shit, I was not ready for this. Where the fuck did I get myself into?
Okay. So you guys walk into the apartment building, because I assume everyone's following both Katrina and Phlox.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
You walk up to the third floor, and well, there's a door.
Hey,
How many
there's a
doors?
door.
I mean,
Door.
each floor seems to have like 3 doors. You do easily find Rosalind's.
Mm-hmm.
Phlox is gonna try the doorknob to see if it's locked.
It's locked.
Cool. Excellent.
And
Step 1
got the
complete.
keys.
Nailed it.
What
Are
did
they
you-
given the keys?
No.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
Cool. 1 second. This is fine.
I mean, you're a rogue.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Phlox is gonna roll hammer space.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
Holy Phlox.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Alright. An 18. What's an 18? What's an 18?
Oh, boy.
What's an 18? Where's my notes? Shit. Oh. Okay,
Nailed
okay,
it.
okay. An 18 is a stack of contracts with Lucifer's on top.
Oh my god.
And Phlox looks at it. Phlox looks over to Lucifer. Phlox snorts, and puts it back away. It really is just like a pretty good, decent sized stack too. All nice and neat. But that's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, okay, a 10. Phlox pulls out like sort of a lockpick stuff.
Mhm.
And what was it we decided on last time for picking locks? It was
So dexterity plus your proficiency.
yeah. That is a purse. We're not doing anything illegal here, Your Honor.
Or it would have been sleight of hand plus your proficiency. Oh, wait, no.
Heck.
Or just you know what? Let's just
It's still a 7. Okay,
Yes.
it's a 14.
It's
just
a
the door
14.
open.
Yep. It wasn't really that hard of a lock. In fact, no, it's easy. You pick it and it goes click.
And Phlox puts the tools away and they're like, yeah, I have a key.
That's one way of putting it.
All right, so who's going in the room first?
Not Phlox.
Katrina will take a cautious step forward.
Okay, so as you step into the room, it opens into the living room. It has a couch. There are a couple of chairs. One of the chairs is knocked over, and there are papers scattered all over the floor. It's very clear that it looks like there was a struggle in here. There's dark brown and red fur strewn about. There's scratches along the floor near the door, as if someone had a very, very intense dust cloud right there. There are 2 doors, one that leads into the kitchen and one that leads into the bedroom.
I'm gonna do just a perception check, just general, to see if there's anybody here. still.
Mm-hmm.
Because, that's important. That's an 18.
Mm-hmm. So as Katrina steps out of the way to do his perception check, you guys get a view of the scene as well. You don't. So you step in and you close your eyes and listen for any sign of anyone else. You just hear someone walking in the apartment upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
and the apartment building kind of creaking as if it's settling.
Mm.
As you can see, there's a wide array of papers all over the floor. It doesn't have a special carpet. Carpet's like, just the kind of standard, like, Ghibli
Generic
fun-
beige carpet.
Yeah, generic finished carpet. It looks kind of fuzzy. What do you
Katrina
guys
just
do?
kind of looks back and don't think there's anybody else here.
Ducky will wander in and go pick up the papers that are all over the place.
Okay. I'm gonna say that as you pick those up, you find a brochure which proclaims, "Are you overworked? Underappreciated? Need a vacation? Come to our quiet little town and spend your time lounging on our lake. Come to Mirage City."
Hmm.
Can Carmiña have that paper?
Yeah. If Carmina asks for it, Ducky will hand it over.
Yeah, she's gonna ask for it. That actually would be really good for a friend of mine. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I hold on to it?
Go for it.
And now you have them.
And I put it up my skirt.
Mm-hmm.
I keep talking like I am her, but you know what I mean. It's pronounced as hard.
So that write that down that you have a brochure for Mirage City and a couple of loose papers in your hammer space.
Nice.
Orders. That's what being a D&D character is about.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kick down the door.
So you've found that and picked that up. There is more to explore here. You're just in the living room. What do you guys want to do?
Phlox is going down towards the bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Yes?
Sorry, I think I'm talking out of turn. Go ahead, please.
Oh, it's okay. What were you going to say?
I was gonna ask if there is like a home office here, because I think Carmiña would head there. She has learned about.
Mm-hmm. Keep going. Sorry.
No.
Finished.
No. That's fine.
Unfortunately, there is not a home office that you can see. You walk over to the kitchen and look in, and it's a very, very small kitchen. And there does seem to be another door, but when you go over to open it, it's the bathroom.
Good apartment.
Mm-hmm.
House thing.
So, Phlox, as you go over and open the bedroom seems untouched by the chaos. The bed is neatly made, and the bookshelf is all in order. Upon the bookshelf, because it seems to be the only interesting thing in the room, is the books Study of the Uncanny, Eclipse Towns, Study of the Uncanny, Under the Desert, and The Cheshire's Smile. Specifically, the bookshelf is against a wall that the bedroom does not share with the rest of the apartment.
Phlox is gonna lean back towards the door of the bedroom, and call towards the living room again. Don't forget to search the couch. And then they're gonna basically like poke around the room a little bit more and see if, because like with the false bottom, it's clear Rosalind like hid stuff.
Mm-hmm. Roll me investigation.
Yep.
Alright, so, Jack,
His default is mostly just standing guard at the door.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I do want to make a note that the two stuffed tunes, again, didn't actually come into the apartment with you. They are standing outside the apartment.
He's probably like just inside. He can still see the two other tunes, but he's looking at everyone else. Just kind of meander around the apartment.
Yeah. So, Phlox, with that 23, you search underneath the bed, and there seems to be a box, but when you open it, it has a lot of pictures. There's pictures of what looks to be Rosalind when she was younger, standing in a very forested town. There's more pictures of her and Carrie. There's pictures of what is no doubt Koichi and the beach there. But at night, and it has this really strange looking effect on the picture. Looking at everything else, you start, doesn't seem to be anything, and then you get to the bookcase. And you pick up, you move one of the books, and the bookcase starts sliding.
Mm-hmm.
And it slides aside to reveal a secret dark room.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Phlox has hit the jackpot! They're good at being nosy. Don't ask them to navigate you anywhere, but they're good at being nosy. Phlox is gonna definitely hop in there.
Mm-hmm. So, everyone else, what are you doing inside the apartment? Give people
Ducky's gonna search.
You're gonna search
Ducky's
the
gonna.
couch.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Roll me investigation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You find some lint, a key which presumably goes to something, and a couple of gold coins that were like 2 gold coins that were lost between the cushions.
Ooh. Stick all of that in the pocket, except for the lint. The lint can stay.
Aww.
Alright,
Free
so
pocket lint.
write down mysterious key for me.
Yes, I will do so.
Oh yeah. Katrina would just like look at the rest of the party and just like, no one gonna check on them? Just like kind of motioning to the bedroom.
I wasn't sure if
fine.
you could hear the click or not, so.
Phlox has been left unsupervised.
Could we hear like the bookshelf moving when Phlox read it?
Yes.
I
Most everyone should have been able to hear that. It was kind of like it.
Carmiña, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Carmiña, after that comment, Carmiña kind of snaps out of her general confusion and say, "Oh shit, yeah."
So we heard we heard the bookshelf moving. Sforzando would kind of call out if you all right in there?
I'm doing absolutely peachy. Does anyone know anything about camera stuff? Because I think I'm smart, but I don't know if I'm that smart about camera stuff. Oh wait, Lucifer!
Camera.
Lucifer kind of just. Is the fine? I'm coming. And he walks into the bedroom. Goes, hi. Whoa.
Hi!
Hi. It's rather dark in there. Probably should be alright. And he walks in and blindly tries to find some sort of light switch. Oh wait, he can cast light! What am I doing?
Yeah, you should be good, shouldn't you?
No, he can't. He does not know the cantrip.
Oh my god. Amazing.
He does not know that cantrip.
Oh, damn. Actually, Katrina would just kind of like emotional, wait, hold on, let me just read this real quick. Yeah, Katrina used to look at Lucifer like, I can make your coat light up if you want.
He kind of steps back out of the bedroom after kind of like trying to find something. Like the light. He goes, just the outside.
Yeah, and he'll just place a hand on the top side of the cord and just like cast the cantrip light, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Ta-da! There is light.
Now Lucifer's coat is glowing, so he's gonna walk back in, and you see that there was like a pull string that, because Lucifer rolled freaking a 9 in investigation, did not find. Just for funsies, I did it at disadvantage. What you guys see is a crazy board of information that Rosalind has put together. She obviously tried to track down her favorite author. There's a full map of the Giblian Empire and all the towns it has in it, with most of them crossed off in red ink. There are 3 places on the map that are circled in red. Marshbum, the lake next to it, scrawled Mirage Lake underneath it, and the mountain beyond the lake, which seems to be next to a town called Mokuzai. And there are a bunch of notes and pushpins, and you can see why everything else looks so clean and neat and tidy. It's because she hides the toonish messiness.
I need you to know you said push pins, and my Phlox brain immediately went, oh, Phlox is stealing literally everything off.
Oh my god.
It's all important information, and there are push pins.
No.
Can I try to go over there and have a look before everything disappears?
Yes, you can, because you heard the sound, you can follow the glowing Lucifer into the dark room and see, like, a whole bunch of things laid out. There are notes scrawled about, Inko was last seen here. There's a few, like, there's a picture of what he supposedly looks like with his name scrawled underneath it. It's a very he's a Tezu Canadan toon with bright paper white skin and a very like toothy grin. he's got like dark black hair and what appears to be steampunk goggles.
Ooh.
And Phlox is making grabby fingers, and they have very big, shiny gemstone eyes looking everything over. They love crazy boards.
Can I, before Fox takes the board down, can Carmiña try to distract them with the with the crystal she stole before?
Make a persuasion
Oh my
check.
god.
I am bad at this.
Best way to describe
Yeah, I'm still trying. I am still trying to find. Sorry about that.
charisma.
Okay, what persuasion I have? Oh my god, I am bad at this.
It's okay.
I have no modifiers. No, I mean to persuasion.
Hey!
Hey!
You've got a +1, so that's actually an 18.
Oh, sorry. I
It's
didn't-
alright.
Distract the Sableye with the shiny crystal.
Surprise, surprise! The Sableye is distracted by the shiny crystal for a second.
Oh my god.
As Phlox is distracted, Lucifer calls back over his shoulder and says, I think y'all should come in here and take a look at this.
Katrina will take a step in.
Sforzando will finally move from his posting near the door and try to head for everyone else.
Oh
Yeah,
my
as
god, for
soon
the
as,
brain cells.
as soon as Ducky heard that, Ducky was like, okay, I'm done with the sofa, and immediately went in.
So,
Sforzando would wait for Ducky to go, though, I want to mention. He wants to wait until he makes sure everyone else is gone.
Just a point of order, the two stuffed tunes are pretty much standing guard outside. So, they aren't moving, but everyone else in the apartment has moved to here now.
Yep.
There are notes about distances, how long it might take to get somewhere. And by the crazy board, it's actually clear that Rosalind has had some actual interaction with their favorite author in the past, including a note from Inko thanking her for giving him some information about Mokuzai and the Uncanny Valley entrance there.
Notes that down.
This is why Phlox wants to take everything, you guys. It's all important, one way or another.
Yeah, but you're busy looking at a rock.
Yeah.
Come on, it's really shiny.
So with this, you guys will know that going to the lake, Mirage Lake, would take about 3 days by the calculations that Rosalind's made. To get to Mokuzai, it would take 3 days, and that's traveling along the road that goes by there. And fortunately, getting to Marshbum would take 4 days. Takes a lot longer, and there's a note underneath the Marshbum, or underneath the circle around Marshbum that says, danger here. Surveyor's Company have mentioned multiple times about sightings of trolls in and around the swamp.
I'm sure that's fine.
So, you guys take taking notes?
Yeah.
Yep. Yes.
Yup.
While while everybody here is looking at the information thing, you mentioned before that there were claw marks in the other room.
Yes, there are
Or
claw
did-
marks near the door.
Has anybody looked at those?
No,
Not intensely.
Nobody's looked at them yet. You could go look at them after
I
distracting Phlox.
I would defer to the experts and the people who have the brain cells in this group, and Carmiña is gonna go to check the marks, like, because she's a farmer, but not a usual one. She doesn't work. She works with weird animals, so
Mm-hmm.
I think those will actually pique her interest.
All right, give me a nature
Ah.
check. And
Alright.
audio.
I was gonna ask, does Carmina take the crystal back?
With a lot of effort on her part, she lets them have it. Yeah, no, she doesn't take the crystal back.
Okay,
She's grieving now.
I'm so sorry. It's This is Phlox's.
Oh my god.
My crystal, shiny. How? You say nature. How the fuck I am a druid that I have nothing for nature?
Oh no.
Might be in
What the
part
fuck kind of-
how it's showing up for you versus how like the sheet got sent to Heart.
No, no, you don't have proficiency in nature because you didn't take it.
Oops.
What? You still should probably have a decent modifier if you're a druid. Should have decent whiz.
I am disappointed in Carmiña now.
The problem with nature is it's an intelligence check.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Well, she sure has none of that.
So,
Oh, that's an 18.
18's pretty good.
Yeah.
So these scratches directly in front of the door are rather deep, and they've definitely been made by claws of some sort. Kind of like, for example, from a dog or a tiger per se.
Hi. Can Carmiña discern if it's made from the person who lives here or from someone else?
So it's
Like-
very clear that the scratches are dug backwards, as if whatever made them was being dragged. So
Fucking knew it.
you could probably infer that after the struggle, that the person who lived here probably got kidnapped.
Carmiña might point that out to the rest of the group. Like, this. Well, I don't know what she will say. Sorry, just take my word that she is actually giving this information to the rest of the group and asking like what they are thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
Role playing, man.
Okay,
So,
Ducky?
Ducky was gonna hear this and be like, yeah. With how neat everything of Rosalind's has been so far, it's kind of clear that something bad happened here. So all of these plans here, I guess we don't figure that she took off to investigate on her own.
Probably found something she shouldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
At that, Lucifer just kind of shivers.
Don't you just love a good old-fashioned conspiracy?
I thought I had left that back in music.
I can't help you there.
So,
New mystery.
what? What did you say,
Ducky's-
Altaria?
Ducky said, "Hey, new mystery."
How are you taking this, Jack?
He doesn't actually respond at all. You could probably tell he's probably just thinking to himself, but he doesn't actually emote or respond to anything. He's just in the back. Like I said, a man of few words.
Mm-hmm.
You wanted him to say anything more, you'd probably have to approach him, but also kind of an intimidating dude. And also apparently the tallest one here, so that's nice.
Actually
not.
Are you? Are you?
Actually not.
Katrina
Katrina is 6'2".
Damn.
Round the same then, nice. I think. The hat adds like an inch at least. It's fine. The height thing isn't something he's torn up about in any capacity. It was just funny.
Oh my gosh. The two real kind here are the tall ones.
Anyways.
They always are.
Alright, so what are you guys doing with this new information?
If
Go ahead.
no, please.
I was just gonna continue Phlox considering how much of this they want to take, because it's important, especially if they're gonna be tromping around the wilderness, and none of them are actually like locals.
If Carmiña has noticed Lucifer shivering, she's gonna check on them.
Okay. What do you do to do that?
Just go over there and hey, person I have informally introduced myself to. Are you doing okay?
Lucifer's just kind of step to turn and look at her, and he's gonna flash her a glowing smile and go, yeah, I'll be alright. It just seems that the last time I got into some sort of conspiracy was a big trouble.
Is this like normal to you?
No.
Sorry, did I misunderstood? I think I misunderstood you there. Sorry. I think Carmiña is just gonna she's not gonna pat him, but she's gonna kind of gesture like, yeah, well, if you need anything, and give them a space. She worries, but she's awkward.
I mean, he seems like he's telling the truth.
Well, I don't think Carmiña has any reason at this moment to think they might be lying.
Sorry, that was just me in the background rolling Lucifer's deception, and he got a 20. He seems like he's telling the truth.
Damn it!
Yeah, you can't do anything, unfortunately.
You don't know.
So, anyways, moving on.
Moving on.
Alright, so are you going to take all the information?
Phlox is gonna see if anyone is gonna try and stop them, and then basically, yeah, start dismantling the whole thing. This is theirs now.
Katrina would just like look at Phlox like, why are you even gonna keep all that?
Because it's useful.
Sure, but where do you have any pockets?
Oh,
you asked
you're
me
one
that.
of those real kind. Okay, and Phlox is gonna like pat Katrina's arm and start shoving everything in their hammer space.
Katrina just like blinks and like just a little bit just like speechless at that.
This is just something they can do. You get used to it.
Yeah.
Why doesn't even help?
I don't know. Somewhere.
We could always talk about metaphysics later. I got so many push pins though, you guys, and I'm gonna get, this is like their string, and we have maps now. That's helpful. Probably more for one of you guys than me, apparently.
Uh-huh.
Can Dougie's going to shake their head, and figuring that they've seen everything in this room, they're gonna wander back out and probably go look through all of the cabinets in the kitchen and the bathroom to see if they can't find any secrets.
Mm-hmm. Roll me a investigation check.
Yeah. $14.
So, in the bathroom, what you find is that the window in the bathroom seems to have the lock broken.
Interesting. Okay.
And there's a small bit of that reddish brown hair there.
Thinking back to the picture we saw earlier, that's not Rosalind's hair, is it?
No, Rosalind's hair is white, or with black stripes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, Ducky will collect. As weird as it sounds, Ducky will stash that hair away in their hammer space. I've got an idea, but it's for later.
Mm-hmm. Make sure to write it down for me.
Yeah. Almost forgot. Is that all that Ducky finds?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, now that you've done that, what are you gonna do now?
Well, she wasn't. She didn't go on her own will, so have to think of where the kidnapper took her.
Yeah. I mean,
Lucifer glances at the now empty crazy board. You know, I'd be betting that has something to do with the uncanny valley. That's how these things go, isn't it?
Yeah, you're getting it.
So, are you guys? Do you guys want to do any preparations? Last stop. Last chance to do preparations before you leave the city.
Uh,
I would say, if you want to do like a jump cut or something, because we've been going for 2 hours, so it's a
Yeah,
good
we
time
need
for
a
Yeah,
break.
we wanna
probably
do
a break.
Break planning also possibility.
Yeah.
Yes. It's okay. So we're gonna take a
Refill
break.
your water.
Get water.
We'll be right back
Yeah.
after this
Water,
commercial
snack,
break.
bathroom, break time.
Okay.
Self-care, fuckers.
Self-care. Hello.
Oh, whoa.
Hi. Did you know screen on bottle caps is really hard with one hand?
I'd imagine it would be.
Yeah, it is. Hello.
Hello. I'm cutting you guys too much. I feel I'm being a little bit overeager.
Oh. It's hard, sometimes hard to know when someone's finished talking.
Especially because
You're doing
there's a delay
good.
on everyone else's versions of Discord, and it's different from the delay that's on your computer.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's really common. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Really.
So they might be finished on your end, but they aren't finished on theirs. It's weird.
It is.
Well, okay,
You're doing good though. You're doing good. I love it.
I love Carmiña already.
Love her.
Sí, la amo. La amo mucho, ¿ok?
Well, what did you say? ¿Cómo has dicho?
Were you surprised when I said, "Hey, Soda, introduce yourself"?
Just a bit. Not
Mwahaha.
entirely though, because I thought it was weird. The announcement you made had one less person than you called for on the
Yeah.
Ooh.
Soda
Don't
was
worry
the
about
secret character.
Yes, I was the secret all along.
I'm gonna take a moment and munch on some Oreos.
Oreos.
I'm getting myself a tea. I'm gonna calm my nerves down even if I die trying. Relax, bitch. I could eat this.
Oh, poor Katrina.
Yo, these are incompetent people. Gosh.
No, I'm
That's
talking
the
about the
first
fact
expression.
that
So what's I know that everyone here once managed to wrestle the note from Phlox.
Katrina, the one who is the least in the know about tunes.
Yeah. He knows
Oh, look at that
nothing.
people behind you. He just had, cheese.
She's.
It's just all yellow what it was. The other time. It was a time to be sure.
No, this is Katrina's first rodeo with tunes, so
Because my first reaction was, oh my god, you cannot just go around asking people about their hammer spaces.
By the way, I didn't say it earlier, but Mala, write down that you have a inspiration point.
I have one of those?
Yep, because I am rewarding you one. Retroactively, because Carmiña is making me laugh.
hell yeah.
Love Carmiña.
Yes.
That's a reward by itself, but also I'm gonna write it down before I forget. And also, what the fuck? Why don't I have any nights? I do not understand this. I didn't look at the character sheet properly. I just assume, oh yeah, nature, yeah, sure. I have about those.
Basically, nature is just like things about plants and a certain kind of, or like animals and stuff. Not, it's weird. It's mostly intelligence based, not wisdom based. It's just
That's because
Well, he's not an intelligent person.
intelligence is about memory and recognizing patterns and being able to solve puzzles sort of deal.
Oh, definitely she's not intelligent.
But wisdom is, your street smarts. And learning, like, by repetition and experience sort of deal.
Book smarts and street smarts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's cooking, and thank you very much, everybody, for all the patience you must be having with me right now.
It's fine.
Really,
You're good.
really appreciate it.
You're fine.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I know, I'm very fine. Thank you very much. I am the finest in the land.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot wait to see the Walnut Gallery.
We've just been chatting. About all this.
One of my favorite things about my specific setup is I can just look at the gallery. It's fine.
My problem
Same.
is I'll get distracted, and the worst thing is to have the DM be distracted.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. When you're DMing, it's kind of best not to look at the gallery.
Mm-hmm.
I have goldfish brain, so it's good to have the gallery in the background to keep me on track.
Huh.
While we're at a break, that was one thing I did mention in the gallery was if Phlox had failed the lockpick check, I was literally just gonna have Sforzando kick down the door.
Nice.
And you know, I only saw
Hell
that
yeah.
after the fact, and I had to stop myself from laughing.
Please, I wanna draw that. I wanna try my hand at drawing that. Things that could have been.
I wish I
Please
could
someone
draw
remind
right
me.
now. I wish I could draw because all this I've been wanting to draw the things and I can't.
Soto's in baby jail, everyone.
I'm in baby jail.
The kicking the door down feels like handshake emoji with Phlox's knock knock joke from.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was very funny. We had a pirate outside of the airship, and I was like, I'm gonna have Phlox open the door and try and do a surprise punch on him. And newsflash, it didn't hit, and Phlox made a joke about it being a knock knock joke, and then shut the door in the pirate's face. After he was like kidnapped, he got kidnapped after that, and everything turned out perfectly fine.
God.
All right. Is everyone ready?
Before we back on break.
1 second.
Planning. I do want to mention this just while we're here. Vibin. I'm assuming one of the 3 circled areas are our options.
So
Yep.
the swamp, called Marshbum, which is written as very dangerous because there's been sightings of trolls. There's the Mirage Lake, and then there's the mountain beyond Mokuzai.
Mm-hmm.
I vote the lake. Mostly because I saw the brochure that said Mirage City, and I'm assuming Mirage Lake is next to Mirage City.
So, the funny thing about that is, you've never heard of a Mirage City.
That's even worse.
It's in the name.
That's so
It's in the
sus.
name, isn't it?
Show up and it's a desert.
So sus. It's so suspicious.
In fact, Mirage City is nowhere on your map.
Are the other 2 on the map?
Yes. In fact, Mirage Lake, and it's spelled Mirage.
Oh, amazing.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Mirage Lake, Marshbum, and the mountain beyond Mokuzai.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if I am thinking like Carmiña, the poor woman is born out. It's really easy for me to empathize with her right now, so I will vote for the lake.
Hmm.
Yeah. Listen, there is a pamphlet about it. What's there to fear? They have marketing.
That's how you get taken by the Fae.
Ah, yes.
Okay, I take it back. I fucking take it back. What
No,
was
no,
that?
no. Let's go shake hands with the Fae.
Okay, so 2 votes for the
Go
lake.
get taken.
Since we're
I want to
talking so
believe
extremely
alien
out of his
abduction.
element, I think he'd also, I would vote for the lake as well. But,
Okay.
you know, he's not entirely sure which to pick, but if everyone's gravitating towards the lake and he has no preference, might as well.
Mm-hmm. So
Everyone keeps talking about the uncanny valley, and even though he flipped through, like, he just, like, skimmed through the book, it's way... He has no idea what anyone's talking about.
well, I imagine that Mala was no, Carmiña was holding up the brochure when they were talking about Mirage City. Right?
Yep.
And holding it up next to the map, you guys would notice that the spelling of Mirage, when it's not being stretched, is the same of Mirage City is the same as Mirage Lake, except for the city part. It's spelled Mirahj.
Okay. Yeah.
Good of a place as any to start.
Yep. We're gonna get cursed.
So
We're gonna get abducted.
So, guys, sounds like you guys want to head towards the lake. Do you want to go straight there? Because, going straight there would sound... That's alright. You still here? Can you hear us, Mala?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
No worries. Before we can make any concrete decision anyways, we have to wait until Sotoro comes back.
Yep.
It does sound like everyone's kind of leaning towards the lake. So...
Why do I feel like we are gonna be beaten in the ass?
I feel like Phlox would make a point that no matter where they go, they would tell Beck and Carrie where they went.
I'm sure it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
So yeah, I'm down for the lake. I was hearing y'all. Sorry.
You're good.
So you guys do... Yes?
Before we go, might I cast a spell?
Yes. What spell would you like to cast?
I don't know if this is gonna be useful, but if we are gonna look for someone that has disappeared to the place where they have disappeared, I think Carmiña would like to send an animal messenger to the clown girl, which I am not gonna pronounce the name because I'm gonna butcher it.
Carrie.
Saying, listen, we are looking for her here. Maybe keep an eye if we don't come back. We are here seeing someone, please.
Okay. So you cast your spell. Make sure to on Dungeon Master Vault open it and click the cast spell button, so it keeps track of your spell slots for you. And when you cast it, let's see, it's getting dark. So a tiny surprisingly white bat flies down to you as you call up to it, and as you say this message to it, it kind of chitters at you, and then flies off towards the festival thing. The festival committee office is.
Amazing, thank you.
Mm-hmm. If you could just write what you told the bat for me, because my brain...
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship. YouTube copy strike.
No! And to the lake was, look at my notes, 3 days. 3 days travel.
Going straight there, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But of course you run the risk of getting lost because you're not following the road.
How long would it take if we take the road?
So you could take the road and follow it, for example, all the way to Mokuzai, which would be 3 days, and then cut across the wilderness, which would take about a day. You could follow the road to about where you would think the lake is, take 2 days there, and then try to cut across for a single day. You've got options.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here's the real question. What's everyone's survival mods?
Katrina's is a +5.
+5 as well.
Okay.
Plus
Ducky.
3.
3.
Survival plus 3.
Mm-hmm. What's Lucifer's?
Hold on a sec. His
And
is +1.
okay.
God.
And what's Mala or what's Carmina's?
Come again?
What's
What's
your
Survival.
Carmina's?
Survival. I have a +2 to survival.
+4?
Okay.
What?
+2, right? I feel very confident. So confident.
Only the real kind. Who has the good ones? Oh
According to the sheet you handed to me, Mala, Carmiña has a +4 for survival.
How? I have.
It's
Sorry,
wisdom.
I actually. Oh, right. Absolutely right. Yeah, sorry about that. I should add
Good.
both modifiers. I should add wisdom modifier +2 plus the survival modifier, right? Yeah, +4 then.
Yeah. It's okay.
We're gonna do great. We're gonna do great.
So, hold on a sec while I write the information that Carrie now has in my notes.
So do we want to try going as the crow flies or take a road and then go off-road?
Well,
What do we-
it's kidnapping.
As close to
Mhm.
the lake as we can, and then off-road. Is I think is what.
If we were the kidnappers, which path do you think we would take?
I'm
Which one looks more kidnappy?
I feel like they would actually know how to be able to navigate the place, so they'd probably be more likely to take the as the crow flies. Haunch crow flies. That's the haunch crow flies. As the merc crow flies.
Alright.
Hang on. My notes do not have this. How long ago did Rosalind go missing? Do we know that?
So Carrie checked up on her the day before today in game.
Mm-hmm.
And found out that she was missing.
Okay, so it hasn't been too long. That's why I was like, is there a chance that we may run into them on the road?
You don't know.
Don't know. Okay.
If we're fast enough.
Yeah. If we take the right path.
That's up to you guys.
That's some magic bullshit.
Sforzando's like in character. He's probably more apt to taking the most direct route. Except, he doesn't have a lot of faith in Phlox right now, considering our earlier adventures. He's trying to get
Phlox has a map now, first of all.
So the question is because I'm probably going to be asking Katrina and Jack to be rolling survival because they have +5s and the most out of everyone. Does he hold faith in his own abilities to navigate?
He's decent enough at it, I think. Inkwell is weird, but he's decent enough, I think. He's been around.
So, the biggest question is, do you guys want to follow the road to try to get close enough and then cut across? Which could end up being only 2 days. Or do you want to go 2 days and possibly some sort of change in there to cut across the wilderness to the lake? Or do you want to go straight there and risk the getting lost? But also could possibly find the culprits along the way. You don't know.
Like I said, Sforzando's more for going the most direct if I want to be in character, so up to y'all.
Katrina also is more for going most direct.
Which makes sense. How about the rest of you?
Phlox is all for fucking around and finding out.
Ducky would prefer to play it safe, but if most of the party wants to go the direct way, it's one of those things where Ducky would be like, okay. Like if that's what the consensus is, they're not gonna push for it, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Carmiña would also like to play it safe, but she knows to never split the party.
So there's a let's see.
What is Lucifer?
Two for direct. Actually, 1, 2, 3 for direct, and 2 for playing it safe. Lucifer. I'll be real. He's very not thrilled about getting lost, but he's practically been getting lost for the past month. So he'd probably say maybe take 1 day along the road and then cut across and try to go as the crow flies.
If more people wish to use the road, Sforzando will relent that. By the way, he'll go part road, part wilderness.
Middle ground is good enough.
All right. So,
Things split the party.
No.
No, please don't.
Lucifer is against
That's
splitting the party.
That's splitting the party over seven. That's like the worst way possible.
Alright, so as you're deciding this, it is evening. Just so you guys know.
We should probably
Yeah, go ahead.
we should probably not just say, oh, you know what? Middle of the night, let's go for it.
I mean,
No, that attitude.
the sun has just barely set. It's up to you guys. Do you want to stay a day in Chihiro? Stay the night in Chihiro and start in the morning? Or do you want, because, that costs money.
Mm-hmm.
And time.
And time. Or do you want to get started now, and when you guys get tired, stop and make camp?
They already are technically at least a day behind. It would probably be smart to at least get started. And if they end up stopping.
Katrina's good to go. Katrina has dark vision. I don't know about y'all.
Alright.
Yeah. Let's go. It's a matter of urgency, isn't it?
So, all agreed, leaving now. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Okay. What's the pace you guys are going to be setting?
Oh boy.
Practical?
So, practical would be medium. You're moving normally.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember
Fast.
if the soldier or mariner gets this feature. Hold on.
Mm-hmm. I'll just walk people through the other options. Fast means you go faster. You roll at disadvantage to perceive danger, and for navigation, enemies get advantage to perceive you. Slow means the opposite, but you're going slower. Of course, fast speed is increased by a third, and slow speed is decreased by a third. Or, yeah.
Yeah.
I say we.
Sorry.
I suggest. You're good. I was just gonna suggest we take it fast when we're on the road that has some measure of safety and direction, and then when we cut off the road, we slow it down a little bit so that we don't chance getting lost.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds smart.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
So Jazz, does Jack have any,
I gave him the soldier background, it's Marine that gets the thing, so he doesn't have the steady feature, no.
Gotcha. Alright, so you guys are going to set out from Chihiro, along the road for the first day at a fast pace. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh boy.
Ay, ay, ay.
Sure, nothing is gonna go wrong.
Everything is fine.
Huele una mentira.
Alright. So, traveling along the road. Fast pace. I don't need to roll for navigation. Let's see. think so. So as you guys are setting out, like, as you're rushing along the road, you come up upon two people walking along it, and they're rather tall people, and they're both in kind of thick hooded cloaks. This is about an hour actually outside of Chihiro, and one of them looks over their shoulder at you and goes, "Hey, what's the rush?"
What color are their cloaks?
Their cloaks are dark brown.
Okay.
What? Is that, what? Sorry, excuse me. Is dark brown not a suspicious color?
No, it's an okay color.
Yeah,
Everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Luciver is not reacting to them in any way.
Katrina just like waves a nod, like just like kidnap person, trying to get him.
I think Carmiña just gonna say, we're on a holiday.
Where?
Well, technically.
Where to? It's a long road to, any other town?
A friend of ours recommended this place called Mirage Lake.
The second cloaked figure just kind of slaps the first one's arm and goes, "Oh, don't be like that. Jeez." And he keeps laughing, and the second one says, "Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, what's so funny? What's so funny?
I don't know. Mirage Lake is a far away place. I wouldn't really call it a tourist attraction."
That doesn't seem very funny, though.
and there was
Can Carmiña take out the pamphlet and ask, and this? What's this?
Take out the pamphlet? Yeah, roll your hammer
Do I
space.
still have it? Oh boy, how do I do that? Right.
D10.
It's D10. Thank you very much, everybody.
Mm-hmm. So you pull out the pamphlet and you ask him, "What's this?" And the cloaked figure that had started laughing howls louder, and the second one goes, "Oh dear."
Okay, you know what? Carmiña goes like, you know what? Maybe it would be of more help if you will explain it, because if I am being scammed, I would like someone to help me. How would you feel if you were the one in my position?
I'm sorry. He just kind of looks like she's at it again.
She?
Just someone who is really motivated by money.
Does she have a name?
And as you say that, the the one bent over kind of sobers and goes, well, wouldn't you like to know?
I mean, I asked, so yeah, I kind of do.
I want to mention, I don't think he's not going to use the sousaphone for this. He has a violin he brought along with him for, playing that's not insanely loud brass instrument.
Yeah.
And also, it's just something he's more familiar with. And just in the background, while this is happening, he's going to cast Zone of Truth on these two, just by playing his violin.
Alright, let's see.
He doesn't say anything,
Start playing
he's
some
playing in the
ominous
background.
music.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
A wisdom save. I'm pretty sure 10 does not do it.
It's charisma save, it looks like.
Let me roll
It's a charisma
the other
save.
one. Oh, charisma save.
At least on the thing it says.
Well, an 8 does not do it.
Oh
No,
gosh.
Wait, 6 plus 5. That's 11. 11 does not do it. That's 6 plus 5. And 10 plus 5.
The 15 barely reads it up.
Okay. So, one of them kind of straightens their back. 'Cause I imagine the two are aware that they're being casted upon, yes?
The one who makes the save does, I think.
Mm-hmm. So, one of them...
The creature is aware of the spell. Yeah, okay. So, they both know it's active. He doesn't say anything, but they know it's there as he's just playing his violin.
One of... They both kind of straighten their backs and glance straight at you, Jack. Before both of their eyes, okay. So their cloaks, their faces have been kind of hidden, up until this point, when suddenly their eyes start to glow. One of them, their eyes glow red, and the other, their eyes glow blue.
Oh no.
Katrina narrows his eyes at the red.
The one whose eyes glowing red was the one who is laughing. And also the one who failed.
Hee-hoo.
You know what? Phlox is, I guess, gonna keep running their mouth. Because half the party is very serious. Lovingly, I say. Meanwhile, I hold up my dumbass. I apologize. They're gonna do. Yes.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Yeah. They sort of like hop a little closer, like literally like a bouncy hop, like a bird does, like a little closer to the cloaked figures, and they're like, hey, you know things, I know things. There's no need to be so sus. I mean, it's just, we're just, we were asking some legitimate questions, and then you're over here being like super rude, and I can't account for any of my party members, but whenever I just ask a simple question, I kind of expect it to be answered, or it's like we're gonna have to begin negotiating and all of that.
The one with blue eyes kind of just narrows their eyes, and they go, well, you should have... There are ways to be doing these things that you don't need to use magic to force us to say the information you need.
Phlox looks at their hands and looks back up at them, and they're like, "I don't know what you guys are talking about. I'm a rogue. I handle knife and knife byproducts."
I'm also pretty sure that everyone within the zone of truth also needs to make the wisdom save.
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! Huh? Oh yeah! Huh? Oh yeah! Oh boy, hold on. Wisdom, right?
Charisma. Sorry.
Charisma.
Charisma.
Oh, that's sad. I just got sad. Oh, never mind. It's the same modifier.
Hey.
Sorry, it's wisdom. Sorry, 1 second. It's wisdom, right?
Charisma.
It's charisma.
Charisma.
I put
Has to be
whiz on my
charisma.
thing, but yeah.
It's charisma.
Can it be wisdom?
No.
It's charisma.
It's a
No,
charisma,
charisma.
save.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, for as long as Zone of Truth is up and you're within it, you cannot tell a lie.
Is there for Katrina and Lucifer?
Lucifer and
People, if you
Katrina
make the save, you're fine. But all of you know the spell is there. Though considering some of the rolls, I'm not sure if you know exactly what is happening.
Yeah. Phlox doesn't know a lot about magic. Like casting magic. This is canonical. They can do it, but peck if they can. Do it.
Other thing, reason is what. There's a reason he's still standing back from everyone.
Oh, you.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I want to mention. He originally was casting it just like in that area on that card, and then everyone else got closer.
Yup.
That's Phlox's fault.
Look, we're all nosy. We all want to know what's going on. It happens.
Okay.
And then, like, Carmiña also, again, tried to keep it on them. Walked closer.
This is fine.
Okay, sorry, I got disconnected. What happens with that 2 and
Okay,
the truth
so,
from truth?
You can't lie
Mm-hmm.
while you're there.
All right, but I still have my. She still has her personality and all of that, right?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
You just
does
can't
any-
lie.
Does anyone want to do an insight check on Carmiña?
Oh boy.
Ooh, yes.
Phlox is very distracted by these two very suspicious and potential. Look,
20.
I'm gonna be real. Phlox is being very good at not pulling out their knives to negotiate and talk.
So I actually don't know what to do with these numbers, but I will say that they are high enough
Oh, yeah. I
for
definitely
you
say
to
so.
realize Carmiña is absolutely terrified right now.
Aw.
And her horns
Oh.
that might have gone off are right now. So the smoke, she's smoking licorice, so you can see that her smoke, there is more smoke and it's quite black. It's almost dense. There is not a single line on her body that is not more defined than the smoke she has and the horns she has right now. It's pure
It-
black.
Katrina will kind of like walk over to Carmiña and just like gently places just a hand
She
on
fucking
her
jumps.
shoulder. Oh,
She
just
fucking jumps.
like
Yeah, she turns at you and she's like, she tries to compose herself and say something like, "Oops, you scare me," but she doesn't even get to say that. She's just looking at you now.
you can step away over to the other one that's playing. It won't affect you there.
I just realized we didn't introduce ourselves to Katrina.
Yeah, no, Katrina doesn't know any names at all.
honestly, right now, Carmiña is just doing this because of love, because she has seen something back in that information office,
Yeah.
and so your motivation was the money at first, but now she got in the middle of the soup, and she will listen to you, not and get out of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if I roll a d2?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just need to decide something. Oh. All right. She is visibly shaking and crying now.
Oh.
Oh, honey.
After you give her the advice of stepping out and the option of stepping out of the sun, she breaks down a little bit.
As she steps out, the large teddy bear tune grunts and steps in front of her, efficiently, almost completely hiding her, even though she's 2 inches taller than he is.
Is the teddy bear blocking her way or is shielding her?
He steps in front of her and stands there. If you look around him, he won't move.
I don't think she understands this as anything else than do not escape.
I
So
mean,
she is just gonna look at the ground.
you can roll an insight.
Please, yeah. Thank you. 20 plus. The song of the plus.
So,
What do I get?
So you notice that this large teddy bear tomb has interposed himself in between you and the 2 cloaked figures with the glowing eyes. And if you look around him and up into his face, he doesn't really have anything on his face, but if you back up from him, he doesn't move. He's standing between you and those cloaked figures. Very specifically.
Right. Hearts, sorry for taking so long with this, but do you know that Carmiña has a kind of a walking stick?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mind if she takes it out and just uses it as a walking stick now?
I don't mind.
Aye. Yeah. Do I have to roll?
I'll let you do that one for free.
Thank you very much. She just has now a walking stick by her side. That's it. That's all her whole reaction.
Alright, Ducky.
So Ducky doesn't exactly get we're getting some confusing reactions here. So Ducky's gonna be like, okay, I gotta ask this. You wouldn't say this mysterious she person's name, right? Can I ask y'all's names and pronouns?
The one with red glowing eyes goes to answer, and the one with blue eyes slaps a hand over their mouth, and the one with blue eyes says, I'm blue. He's red.
Hey! Handshake emoji! And Phlox is like, I'm red, they're blue!
Hey!
Oh my god.
Do y'all... Okay. That answers the first part of the question. Do y'all believe in pronouns?
The blue one just goes, their eyes kind of just narrow and say, it.
Understandable, have a nice day.
You know, fair.
Oh, wait. So is this the part where we tell you we're not gonna steal your names or pronouns?
And the blue one just kind of removes their hand from blue removes their hands from red, and red goes and blue goes I think you'd probably should be more scared of us doing the reverse.
I mean, did we introduce ourselves?
No, you didn't.
No.
So.
That's
We're gonna keep it that way.
what I was gonna introduce myself until you said that. So you can have my pronouns though. They're they.
Thanks.
Welcome.
Roller cruise. No, I'm just kidding.
My
Roll to keep your pronouns.
Roll to keep pronouns.
Yeah. It's okay. It's not a great loss if I would have rolled badly on that one.
All right, are there more things you want to do? Looking at the rest of the party as well. Lucifer's just keeping quiet. He's keeping a careful watch on everything. And his hand, one of his hands has actually gone underneath his cloak. But he's just watching.
So, do y'all live around here? Are you just traveling?
Red says, "Oh no, we don't live around here. We live in Hitoyama." Blue just goes,
I bet that's a really nice place. We've been traveling around Ghibli. Do you guys know about this whole thing? Like, do you guys, like, read the news a lot?
"No, and Red starts talking again, and Blue slaps its hand over his mouth. And Blue goes, "Only while we've been in Chihiro."
Nice. How long have you been hanging around Chihiro?
Oh, just for a cursory trip.
Red
is going,
Did you? Phlox is not alone, and they're like, yeah. Do you know about the Sakura festival that's coming up in Chihiro?
Blue removes their hand from Red's mouth, and they both said, "Yep, we know about that."
Do you know about the festival organizer who went missing?
And they both kind of look at each other, and they look at you and go, "No, Rosalind's missing."
Yeah. You know
You
Rosalind?
know her.
Of course, everyone in Chihiro knows Rosalind Jubilee.
And you're friendly with Rosalind?
The red one opens his mouth and goes, in passing.
Yeah, we're actually going to go look for Rosalind, which is why we're being so nosy, you know. Because we wanted to see if anyone had, like, seen Rosalind or anything. And, because a festival's coming up, and it's very important that Rosalind get home.
They look at each other, and then they look at you as, we haven't seen her. And they both say that at the same time.
That's sus as fuck. Lovingly. That's really sus.
Excuse me for not wanting to say the same thing twice.
Phlox is gonna look back at the others and give like a real sort of does anyone have anything they want to say, or am I the only one like interrogating people here?
Lucifer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the really long silences.
Is
Well, I
Katrina?
mean-
Everyone thinking.
Sforzando's still playing his violin back there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Katrina.
Katrina, I'll be honest, Katrina's just like kind of in the conversation, but kind of trying to keep quiet of it, just glaring, honestly. It's especially at Red.
So no one has anything else to ask? I mean, Phlox still has a couple of questions, but it's also like, I don't want to sit here and...
Ducky's
Ducky is good at, or excuse me, not Ducky. Altaria has many questions for everything. Ducky has a couple.
Okay.
And they're gone.
Oh.
I mean, Phlox is doing a great job right now. Do you want to keep going?
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Ducky remembered.
Ducky remembered, not Altaria.
Ducky remembered, yeah. Ducky would like to ask, do the two of you happen to know anyone named Lock Longshot?
They both pause, and I'm gonna roll history for them.
Okay.
So, hold on a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Alright, introduces a couple of NPCs. Us, come here.
So, the blue one...
You, are you Kingdom Hearts?
The blue one thinks for a moment and goes, no, that name doesn't ring familiar. The red one goes, Longshot, I think I've heard that before. Have I heard that before? And blue just smacks him over the head.
Well, see, they're kind of a bastard of a Tanuki. And they kind of like technically owe me money in like a roundabout fashion.
Blue puts its hand over Red's mouth and goes, well, good luck with that. As Red goes,
Phlox has, I guess, one last question before we free these poor NPCs. Tag and release. Phlox just, like, is grinning along and seems very perfectly amiable. And then they're like, yeah, do you guys know anything about this Order 13? They're apparently, very big around here, causing quite a stir with the police and stuff.
Blue, takes its hand from Red's mouth, and Red goes, you know, I think we've seen an Order 13 somewhere. I've heard some of the mortals talking about it. Red says.
Mortals?
Yeah,
Insight
like
check.
you.
Insight. Get our asses. Everyone get our asses.
No. Hold on. Let me do the thing. Yeah.
Okay, so Ducky, these are some shifty motherfuckers.
Okay. Yo.
You don't know if they're telling the truth or if they're lying, if they failed the save on that spell that you definitely know what it does, because I'm pretty sure at some point clerics can cast it. Phlox and Katrina, Red's not lying. You get the feeling that Red can't lie right now. Especially considering Blue has been covering Red's mouth at certain parts and keeping Red from answering.
But there is something I want to ask them, but I don't think Carmiña is in the right mind right now.
You can ask out of character if you would like.
Yeah.
Do you guys think they might have heard about? Gosh, I keep forgetting her name. I'm so sorry. About
Carrie?
the legal. Yeah. Do you think they might have heard?
We asked.
Sorry.
Yeah. You're good.
Very good.
They know Rosalind, but they didn't necessarily know that she was like missing and stuff.
All right. Sorry. It's just like I got cut out on the scene part.
Oh, no, you're good.
It's okay.
Thank you.
After this encounter is over, we're going to stop because I have a hard cut off of 3:30, and we've gone over a little bit.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, yeah. So, Red's not lying. Blue is just kind of miffed. And you can tell that at some points Blue has probably been lying, but Blue also doesn't seem to be aggressive. They're just a little annoyed. Like, an ant crawled onto my picnic. Kind of annoyed.
I mean, Phlox is gonna basically hop a little closer to them.
Remember, you can't lie.
No, they can't. They're not gonna. And they're gonna be like, okay, that's really cool. You guys are from Hitayama. We'll have to stop by sometime and maybe say hi and stuff. You know.
They're both gonna kind of narrow their eyes at you and go. And Red's going to say, you know, that's probably not a very good idea for you.
Aw.
I mean, I don't think we've been banned from there yet, so why not?
I've not yet been banned from Olive Ghibli.
Rude.
They're going to abuse this.
And Blue basically says, well, your choice.
Phlox is gonna put a hand out for an offering to shake, and they're gonna be like, we'll just send you guys on your way then if you don't know anything about what's happened.
And Red's gonna say, well, and Blue's gonna go, shh. Alright. And Blue's going to reach out and just clasp hands with Phlox.
Yee. Phlox is just gonna do the shaky. Very tunishly.
Everyone roll me a perception check.
Yeah.
Oh, bless. Phlox, you pecker.
Yes. Phlox picnic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He's further away.
Jack is distracted
20.
by
Yeah,
playing his
20.
violin.
Oh, Katrina got that 20.
At 20. Nice.
Phlox is just being polite, like legit. This is just Phlox is being genuinely polite.
Okay, so Kat, with your nat 20, as Phlox.
Mala, did you roll?
Mala?
Or are you is Carmiña hiding still?
I don't know where I was sending this. I don't want to know. Perception, right?
Yes, perception.
Perception.
If Carmiña's just glancing around to see what's going on. Yeah, that makes sense.
That makes sense.
It's okay. So Phlox. Let's actually start with Phlox. Phlox, as you shake their hand up and down, there's some weird kind of disconnect that you can't really counter for. Their hand, the feeling of their hand is really big. But it doesn't look that way. And you're like, Katrina, as you're watching Phlox shake Blue's hand, when Phlox's and their hands goes up, it's almost as if suddenly this person's real. The shake goes down, they're more toonish. Like this shifting person you're watching just picking up these at the moment, very subtle shifts in this person. You're... yeah, this might be a person to just let be on their way.
I'm sure it's fine.
Alright. And then Blue releases Phlox's hand. And, just kind of roughly takes Red's shoulder and starts walking along the road.
Sforzando probably stops the song as soon as they finish shaking hands.
Katrina just pauses for a moment, seems to contemplate whether asking something or not, and just shaking his head and just let it be for now. Because that was not okay.
No, it wasn't.
It's fine.
On that note, I think we will pick up there about an hour into your trip.
Yay!
Next time. Thank you for joining us for the first installment of Lucifer's Travels 2. And thank you for listening. Goodbye!
Bye!